Gary Gensler and the SEC simply got completely exposed, and it's miles ridiculous. And we were talking approximately this for a little bit of time, but guys, I hold telling you, you need to consciousness on what is happening right now around the SEC, because in just a couple months, we're going to see a few changes happening across the SEC, in my view. So with that being said, welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Nick. For those which are new to the channel, optimistically, with the aid of the cease of this video, you do end up a subscriber. If we take a quick observe this, we've CC DeFi platform Rari Capital charged with performing as unregistered broker misleading traders. It's funny that the SEC is claiming that investors are being misled by way of those platforms and via crypto agencies, while the SEC, which is an appearing government enterprise to allow traders to safely enter markets, has been misleading those identical traders for years now. It's wild. But we maintain to see crypto get attacked with the aid of the SEC. We continue to see this enterprise being targeted and in the past hairs of an organization that, in my opinion, is appearing greatly. But out of doors of this, we additionally have over right here how subcommittees saw heated debate over the CC's crypto technique, more so talking about how the reality that they clearly aren't doing anything. During the heated listening to Dazed and Burden breaking down the CC's politicized technique to digital assets, there were sharp exchanges between Republican and Democratic representatives over the future of cryptocurrency regulation in the United States or towards SEC enforcement. And making it hard for valid actors who are trying to observe the rules to do a pleasant task and bring innovation and technology to our markets. We additionally have some other quote down here that if anyone is gambling politics, it is the crypto industry. So once more, there may be a from side to side here. And we also have, whilst maximum of the virtual asset area has collapsed, it's well known what remains is used to facilitate illicit finance or unlawful activity. That's the trouble here, right? A lot of those humans that are speaking approximately crypto, which might be in Congress, majority of them do not clearly understand how the generation works. And the same goes for even the SEC as well. You can honestly see it each time someone like is speaking approximately crypto. When we heard Brad Sherman actually say that crypto bros print money out of thin air, and so does the United States government, but it's the USA authorities in order that makes it absolutely fine. It really is after I knew for a reality that these individuals in Congress realize nothing approximately this generation. But also recall that Brad Sherman, together with loads of those important, a lot of their donations come from foremost banking groups. So while we definitely think about what is being driven right here, a lot of these discussions that and numerous of these discussions that we hear, we honestly have to attention on who's backing those people. How are they getting their marketing campaign cash? And loads of it's far coming from the bankers. So whilst we hear those strong evaluations, which are very negative in opposition to crypto, we must think, is it due to the fact that's what they suppose? Or is it due to the fact that is what someone is telling them that is giving them money? And this has continually been a massive factor that we've mentioned in this channel. But also over here, we have Raptoris says he invented crypto asset protection out of skinny air. But guys, they might do that because they may be the United States authorities proper. But no, critically, as we sincerely consider this, yeah, they basically did. I suggest there hasn't been any 100% fact that any of these crypto assets are securities. Zero. There has been zero readability, zero transparency on that. The CC cannot even make a strong argument on what a crypto asset safety clearly is, which I locate just comical as it's been properly over 4 years now when you consider they launched the assault on Ripple in addition to a few different gamers on this area. We additionally have as lawmaker accuses the SEC of enforcement abuse in opposition to crypto corporations. Also, CC's crypto file rebuked through ex-commissioner GOP lawmakers in hearing as well. And sure, the SECs have been dropping foremost instances along this entire time body. We have to look over our shoulder left and proper because of this regulatory uncertainty. This is arguing that the organization has deliberately ignored a criminal authority that could have allowed it to have interaction in some initial rulemaking even earlier than Congress weighs in. Ultimately, it will likely be as much as Congress to rectify the Commission's failure to behave to sign in each tokens and platforms and to provide clarity for those which do not require registration. Only Congress can be able to simply offer the necessary long time period regulatory readability for digital assets. However, nothing is stopping the Commission from moving now to provide tailored alleviation that allows companies to register, despite the fact that provisionally and retain to invade in the intervening time. And what is humorous about this? More currently, we talked about there's an invoice, and the bill mentioned a completely new corporation that would be produced from, you understand, the TRAD5 regulators, however, additionally players from crypto. That is something I 100% assist. We cannot have Congress act on this. We cannot have the SEC act on this. We want a completely distinctive enterprise. Nothing is getting executed. Nothing is passed off in the closing 4 years. We want something to start rolling the ball down the hill due to the fact proper now nothing is occurring around crypto and crypto clarity. We also have over right here, it is time to update the CC's disclosure process for crypto. And this become from Cointelegraph. This is proper across the the identical time the hearing, because on the cease of the day, many of those issuers in crypto virtual property have characteristics for which Form S1 may technically require records that isn't always relevant or relevant. This method is tricky as it neither enables capital formation nor protects traders' attention must be given to allowing variances from Form S1 for crypto virtual property similar to given for fund and coverage merchandise and different securities products. And yeah, listen, at the end of the day, there's not anything here. There's nothing right here for crypto. Well, crypto is a totally new asset magnificence, so the truth that the SEC has been applying those legal guidelines to a new asset magnificence is simply ridiculous to me. And they even say that, oh, the legal guidelines are there. What legal guidelines? There's no readability on something. There's not anything that those crypto corporations and these crypto trusts may even follow. That's why, whilst we study what these days were given driven on September 13th, which we did talk approximately in a video from the killer of Coinbase, the SEC regrets any confusion it may have invited. Remember this proper? This is the SEC. They want to paint this industry as a very terrible. It's a rip-off. You want to stay far from crypto. We want to, you understand, manipulate this space. It's all approximately manipulate. That's why when we take a look at FTX, I instructed you guys that FTX changed into a planted seed in this space. Why did FTX get the green mild? Why become FTX, becoming one among the largest names in the space through buying up these kinds of predominant, these important sports activities arenas and having their name anywhere? Everyone knew approximately FTX. You had celebrities doing advertisements around FTX. Again, the SEC inexperienced lighting fixtures them. FTX grew drastically to end up considered one of the largest names within the area, and it become all with the help of these regulators, with the assist of these politicians. And do you ever marvel why FTX have become this type of big success while Coinbase and Binance and all of these other exchanges get absolutely focused and thrown down the steps? It's due to the fact they want FTX to be so huge so that after it collapsed, absolutely, they had an instance so that they might use to say, this is why crypto is terrible. We need to govern the gap. It's all a political flow to give those who they need the electricity, aka the large bankers, Wall Avenue. It is all a power play. Now test this out. We have the SEC regrets any confusion and may have invited confusion was their primary strategy for years. The SEC used crypto groups over current securities laws. They knew it didn't work and then refused to comment on any similarly data regarding the details of these court cases whilst constantly claiming the legal guidelines have been clean. Would it actually have been possible to create extra uncertainty in these markets, or was it literally their intention? Check this out. I think there has been readability for years. I'm now not going to talk approximately one. I'm not going to speak to any person matter. I'm now not going to get into someone agency or one token. But I cannot communicate approximately any possible investigations, and I'm now not speaking to all of the different tokens, but I'm now not going to get into any one filing because I'm not going to talk about any individual of those tokens. I can't communicate to any one case or any one state of affairs. Could you speak to the Ethereum issue? I'm not going to enter any. One set of conversations among the corporation and an agency. I don't need me to talk approximately any one set of information and condition. And the laws are clean, the law is apparent. I suppose the law is obvious. I assume there may be been readability for years. I'm now not